Episode 4, Victim. January 6, 2026, Gungale, SBC Geiken. Sitting on the back seat of Daichi's motorcycle, Ryu stares intently at Ayame. Several strands of her long black hair are dyed blue, and a small section of her hair just above her left ear has been shaved to almost nothing. Her black armor from ALO has become elegant, black leather. A long shotgun is strapped to her back, and a pistol is holstered at her hip. Ayame gazes at Ryu with ghostly, light blue eyes.
How's the search going, Dragon Boy? I see you've made a new friend. Is he aware of your bloody past?
What's he talking about?
Just ignore her, Daichi.
But who is she?
She's the one holding Kat hostage.
You're the one who's holding his friend against her will and risking her life?
Oh, trust me. This is nothing compared to the horrific acts Dragon Boy there has committed.
Daichi looks over at Ryu but says nothing. Getting off his bike, Ryu steps towards Ayame.
Where is she, Ayame?
Who?
Where is Kat?
What, you think if you kill me that will help you find her? I know you're a killer and all, but think logically, Dragon Boy.
She clearly knows what I've done in both SAO and ALO. But how? And why does she have such a grudge against me? Unless... No. That's why she seems so familiar. I saw her in the Kobayashi upstairs window watching Kat and me leave their house.
Slowly, Ryu removes his hands from his two guns and stares back at Ayame.
You're Kenji's older sister, aren't you?
Ayame's smirk fades instantly. She glares back at Ryu with piercing, pale eyes.
That's why you took Kat. And why you're doing everything you can to make me suffer. The way that you've suffered.
You know nothing of my suffering.
Ayame, listen to me. I know that nothing I say or do is ever going to make up for what I've done. But please, tell me where Kat is before it's too late. She doesn't deserve this. Doesn't deserve
to die? Neither did my brother. He was innocent, but that didn't stop you from killing him.
Ryu feels as though a blade has pierced his heart. He glances back at Daichi, who stares at him with a look of shock. Unable to stand his gaze, Ryu turns back to Ayame.
Ayame, please. I'll do anything. Just tell me where she is.
You'll do anything?
Yes.
I want you to beg.
Breathing out, Ryu slowly sinks to his knees and stares up at her.
Please, Ayame. I'm begging you. Let Kat go.
I can't really tell if you're sincere or not.
Please. Please, just tell me where she is.
Well, I suppose since you're being so cooperative, I'll give you a hint. She's not in the city.
Just as Ryu glances up at Ayame, she pulls out her menu and logs out. Slowly, Ryu stands, but doesn't turn to face Daichi.
Ryu? What was...
During SAO, I killed Ayame's brother Kenji, along with 3 other players. Innocent players.
Daichi says nothing.
There was a rare weapon of immense power called the Dragonheart Blade that my friends and I, found. We decided not to take it since there was a warning that anyone using it would be consumed by its power unless they had the heart of a dragon. Shortly after that, we were thrust into a terrible battle with the dragon creature. I ended up grabbing the blade in order to save Kat's life. I couldn't lose her. She means everything to me.
Ryu looks down at his open hands.
It was too late. As soon as I had touched the Dragonheart blade, it started messing with my head and instilled in me an uncontrollable craving for power. I became a monster. With that sword, no, because of that sword, I slaughtered 4 innocent players. And beyond that, I even attacked and killed Kat in-game. The only reason she's alive today is because SAO ended before the nerve gear could finish her off IRL. But she still suffers from the damage it did to her body. It left her frail and shaken. And now, I might lose her again, because of me.
A moment of silence fills the dark street. After a short pause, Daichi drives his motorcycle forward and stops next to Ryu.
Well then, we better go rescue Katsumi.
Taken aback, Ryu turns to Daichi with wide eyes.
But I...
Just climb on already. Unless you'd rather walk.
With a grateful smile, Ryu quickly mounts the bike and Daichi takes off again at top speed. They head towards the outskirts of the city.
You really don't mind being associated with someone like me? With my past?
Sounds to me like you were a victim just as much as the others.
Me? A victim?
January 6, 2026, Gun Gale, edge of SBC Glocken. Slowing his motorcycle to a stop at the edge of the massive central city, Daichi turns back to Ryu.
There aren't as many hideaway places outside of the city because most of the structures are broken apart. But it's still a vast wasteland.
Well, we better get started then.
About that. Just ahead is a spawning tower. I don't know about you, but I've been logged in most of the day. I think I need a short break to eat and check in with my parents.
Oh, alright, no problem. I'm going to keep searching though.
You're not going to log out?
Not until I find Cat. Every minute I waste IRL is another minute Cat is trapped in here.
Well, at least take my bike to keep searching.
Great, thank you.
Just then, a small alert appears on Ryu's screen, saying he has a message. Ryu swipes his hand to pull up his menu and view the message. It reads, "Log out ASAP, Mariko."
I suppose I could log out for a short while to check on some things. But only for a half hour, tops.
Okay, let's meet at the spawning tower in a half hour then.
Fine. See you then.
January 7th, 2026, Japan, Tokyo, Ryu's house. Groggily, Ryu opens his eyes to his dimly lit bedroom. Sitting up on his bed, Ryu removes the atmosphere rig from his head and turns to see Mariko pacing a few feet away. When she notices he's awake, she rushes over to him.
Ryu! Finally!
What's so urgent that you wanted me to log out?
Ryu, you've been logged in for almost an entire day, and you haven't said anything to your mom.
I have to find Cat. She's imprisoned somewhere in GGO and is running out of time.
Yes, I know, but your mom has been worried out of her mind. She kept checking on you, but you never woke up. I think maybe she was having flashbacks of when you were stuck in SAO and ALO. You need to talk to her, at least to let her know that you're okay.
Ryu says nothing, but nods his head.
I'll let her know you're awake. You will find Cat, Ryu. Nothing can keep you two apart.
Mariko exits, and Ryu is left alone, holding his atmosphere visor in his hands. He looks over at his clock, which now reads 12:08 a.m. A moment later, his mother rushes into his room. With tears in her eyes, she sits on his bed and pulls Ryu into a tight hug.
Oh, Ryu, you're awake. I was so worried.
I'm alright, Mom.
But you were logged into your game for so long. I thought you might have been trapped there again.
I'm not trapped, but Cat is.
What? What do you mean?
The person who kidnapped Cat has forced her to log into a VR MMORPG, which is why I'm doing everything I can in-game to find her.
Oh dear.
That's why I need to log back in as soon as possible.
Yes, of course. You and Katsumi have such a special bond.
I'd be lost without her. She's done so much for me, and now she's in danger because of me. I can't lose her.
Ryu,
Ryu looks up at his mother.
you may look like your father, but you're nothing like him. You ran from responsibility and abandoned those closest to him, but not you. I'm so proud of the man you've become. You're so full of light, Ryu.
It's all thanks to you, Mom. And all those fantasy books you used to read to me about heroic knights.
You'll always be my brave little knight. Now go save Katsumi.
Right. Thanks, Mom.
Be careful.
I will. Lake start!
January 7th, 2026, Gun Gale, Wasteland. Riding on BAT-37, Daichi and Ryu zoom through the desolate wasteland of GGO. Daichi studies a digital map on the small screen of his bike's control panel.
It looks like there's another structure of temple ruins ahead.
Hopefully Cat will be there. Somewhere.
Uh-oh.
What?
There's trouble up ahead.
Ryu glances around. Daichi sees a small pack of players near the ruins starting to aim their guns straight for them. Ryu quickly draws his dual pistols just as the players start shooting at them. Both of them duck as Daichi does his best to dodge the bullets. Ryu raises his guns and returns fire. His focusing circle spazzes in his field of vision as his heart beats wildly in his chest. Just as they approach the edge of the ruins, Ryu notices a small object soaring towards them. As it inches towards them, Ryu's eyes grow wide in realization.
Grenade!
It's too late. The explosion from the grenade breaks apart Daichi's bike and thrusts both of them to the ground. From the momentum, Ryu and Daichi roll and crash hard against the dirt. With a groan, Ryu slowly sits up and locks eyes with Daichi lying across from him. Both of their HP bars are now in the yellow.
You alright?
Yeah, I'll live.
Several bullets strike the ground next to them. Daichi quickly pulls out his assault rifle and fires back.
We've got to move now.
Ryu sprints after Daichi as countless more bullets whiz past them. In a dash, the two boys leap behind a fallen stone pillar. They quickly sit with their backs up against the pillar for cover.
Man, this place is heavily guarded. They must have a base around here somewhere.
Seems like an ideal place to hold someone captive.
Lifting his head up, Ryu peers over the top of the pillar, but as he does this, several more bullets zip by. He quickly ducks back down again.
The only way we're getting out of this is if we rush him. Are you with me?
Like I'd pass up on this?
Alright. On 3. 1, 2, 3!
In a flurry, Ryu and Daichi climb over the pillar and charge straight for the group of players across from them. Using their sudden attack to their advantage, both Ryu and Daichi unleash a barrage of bullets into the enemies. Several of them take major wounds and disappear from the game. A few of them quickly counter by firing back. Ryu's defensive system floods his vision with various red bullet lines indicating when each of the bullets will fire. He does his best to dodge each of the bullets, but one of them hits him in the arm. Close by, Ryu hears Daichi cry out as bullets nail him in the leg.
Daichi!
I'm alright.
Turning his attention back to the battle, Ryu side rolls to evade more bullets surging towards him. He quickly hits a flip on each of his pistols and shoots off flaming bullets towards the remaining enemy players. Upon impact, Ryu's bullets burn each player and drains their HP to nothing. With that, the remaining enemies dissolve, leaving Daichi and Ryu standing in a sea of bullets.
I can't believe we actually survived that.
Same. Now,
Ryu stops when he sees a figure standing at the top of the main ruins ahead. Daichi turns and squints.
No way. Is that?
Ayame.
January 7th, 2026, Gungale, Temple Ruins. Silently, Ryu and Daichi creep through the shady ruins with their guns at the ready. Eventually, they come to a large, broken chamber with various beams of light shining down on the grass-covered stone. Gazing over at a small platform at the end of the chamber, Ryu gasps when he sees Katsumi, kneeling with her hands tied behind her back. Her wavy, light purple hair is pulled into a loose bun on the top of her head.
Cat!
Katsumi looks up with quivering, light brown eyes.
Ryu?
I'm coming, Cat!
Wait, Ryu! This might be a trap!
As Ryu gets within 20 feet of Katsumi, Ayame steps out from behind a tall stone pillar next to Katsumi and holds a pistol to her head. Pressing the gun against Katsumi's head, Ayame glares down at Ryu.
Hello, Dragon Boy.